Hi guys and welcome back. I've moved my camera. Today we're playing Inclement Idee fixe, I believe is how you say it. I moved the camera. I don't know how you feel about that. Is it better here? I don't know. I need a tripod and I keep forgetting to get one, so it's like either on top of my monitor, which is all the way up there, or all the way down here. So not the best angle, but my skin looked better from this angle too, so I'm like, Anyways, welcome in. It's gonna be probably a short game. I got this on ichio, obviously. I'm trying to play through all those games because I got a big old pack of them, and I'm like, might as well just work on my way down that. Then we'll get back to our older playthroughs and bigger stuff. I'm just trying to start off small, some short videos. That way I get into the swing of it again. So if you're new here, thank you so much for trying me out. Hope you didn't leave already. That happens. People come in, they leave so fast. I don't know why. Please let me know why you don't like me. No. And if you come back, thank you so much for your patience. I really appreciate that. I know I was gone a couple months, just going through some stuff. So what better way to get over that than just go right back into it? I have a whole schedule. We're planning on videos every day. I'm going to be streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, every other Friday, and every Sunday. We're going to be playing Fallout, The Witcher. We're going to finish that because I've been obsessed and I just want to get back into it. We're also going to be playing a new game this weekend. I believe it's called Once Human. It looks awesome. I was watching a YouTuber play it this whole time. I don't know how to say their username, so I can't be like, it was this guy, but it was really fun to watch, so I'm very excited to play. And it's free if you want to try it yourself. So anyways, let's go. I don't remember what this game's about. Oh, it's pretty though. Keeping track of the amount of times you've sighed by now is as pointless as counting each grain of sand on a beach. Then again, you're pretty certain that any normal human would have been just as annoyed as you were if they were in your current position. Working as a barista wasn't the most glamorous job, but it did keep you from being homeless and hungry. While you did enjoy brewing coffee, the nice regulars, and the coziness of the cafe you worked at, you certainly didn't enjoy showing up to work just to realize that it was closed for today due to renovations. There was a note on the door of the cafe, stating as such with a long board covering the side window. And your boss didn't think it was necessary to inform you. Just great. Apparently, your boss had better things to do than managing his business. Would it have killed him to send out a mass text or email notifying his workers of the surprise renovations that he hadn't mentioned recently? Or at all, for that matter? With yet another irritated huff, you begin your trek back home on foot. It's pretty unfortunate that you only noticed the flat tire on your car this morning. You thought you were a pretty cautious driver, so you aren't sure when it would have gotten flat. And to add to your growing list of annoyances, it was beginning to get cold, cloudy, and humid, which could only mean one thing. Drip, drip, drop. And now it's pouring. Oh, for the love of... Though the sudden rain was pretty inconvenient, it was fortunate that there was a bus stop shelter a few feet from you. While holding your satchel over your head, you rushed into the shelter to take a seat. A huff of expiration. Exacerbation, there we go. Forces its way out of your mouth. The world must be out to get you today or something. Nothing was going right. You take out your phone, intent on checking the forecast for the rest of the day. The heavy rain will persist late into the night. Great! Well, you were fine with waiting for a bit, but an hour was completely out of the question. It was too cold for that, and you'd only brought a thin jacket with you. You weren't expecting the sudden rain and chill, after all. It's an email from your boss. You negligent, selfish boss. You're a bit too angry with him to read it properly at first, but you manage to calm yourself down for a moment to read, eyes flitting to your name on the first line of the email. What does it say? Oh, my name. Hello, my name is Rose. Rose, I need you to come by my place tomorrow since the cafe is closed today. Yeah, I'm aware. No thanks to you, asshole. There's something I need to give you in person, and that's the end of the email. You really have no desire to see your boss outside of work. He's never been difficult to get along with per se, though he does make unwanted passes at you sometimes. Even though you've tried your best to let him down easy, he just won't take no for an answer. To say that it's becoming a little unnerving would be an understatement. Still, you don't want to lose your job, so you've learned to deal with it, while also putting in job applications at nearby businesses just in case you reach your breaking point soon. It's getting colder. You wrap your arms around yourself, tilt your head down, and puff out a warm breath, already beginning to shiver a little. You feel pretty damn miserable. Oh? Then a voice interrupts your internal pity party, forcing your head back up. For a few moments, you simply stare at the stranger before you. He seems surprised to see you, though you're not too sure since you can't exactly see his eyes due to his unruly bangs. Bus? He gestures a hand toward the bus stop sign awkwardly. It's not running for the rest of the day, and, traffic accident or something. They're working to fix it, I think. You deflate almost instantly upon hearing his words, leading you to realize that you don't have any way to get home, without being thoroughly drenched from head to toe, that is. You wish you could have called your dad to come and get you a lift, but he's out of town right now. And with the way you were already living paycheck to paycheck, it wasn't like you had any extra funds for a taxi service. In short, you're stuck. How the hell am I supposed to get home now? You mutter to yourself, feeling even more defeated than before. I could walk you home if you want. There's enough room under my umbrella for two. The stranger's offer bemuses you for a second, as you think of a proper response. I don't trust strangers. Yeah, thank you, is what I personally would have said. Are you sure? I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. I don't know how long I would have been waiting if you hadn't come along. Well, it's not a big deal. I was just passing by. But, you're welcome. My name is Lumen, by the way. You can call me Lou if you want. Give him a smile in return. Lou? I'm going to say Lou. If it's not, I'm sorry. My name's Rose. It's nice to meet you, Lou. Likewise. Anyway, we should probably get a move on before the rain gets even worse. Shoot, you're right. Let's go. I'll lead the way. You can't remember the last time you walked with someone, even if that person was a stranger. As you walk, you make sure to stay fairly close to Lumen to keep yourself from getting wet. He has a unique smell to him you came to notice pretty quickly. It's a mix of flora, coffee, the faint scent of fresh laundry. It's comforting. You really hope you aren't too obvious with the fact that you're basically smelling him. Oh, sorry. You clear your throat and focus your attention back to the sidewalk ahead of you. Even though you've only known him for a few minutes, Lumen seems to be the quiet type. Still, he tries his best to fill the silence between the two of you. So, Rose? Yes? Why did you come out here today without an umbrella? The news said there was a 90% chance of rain. Oh, I didn't watch the news before leaving this morning. I was kind of in a rush. I did check my weather app, though, and didn't mention any rain. Maybe my app isn't up to date or something. Lumen hums in acknowledgement, then lapses back to silence for a bit. You can see him occasionally glancing at you out of your peripherals. Or you assume he is? Can he even see with those bangs of his? You, work at Rainey's Cafe? Lumen suddenly asked, more likely referring to your uniform, which consists of a simple maroon-colored t-shirt sporting the coffee shop's logo on the back of the breast pocket. You give a small nod, momentarily piling on the front of your shirt, The text is pretty, but it's hard to read. I'm just bad at seeing, though, so it's probably me. Yeah, I do. I go there a lot. I really enjoy the coffee. You're pretty familiar with the cafe's regulars, but you're not sure you've seen him even once. The coffee is pretty good, right? If there's one thing my job does right, it's definitely the products we sell. What do you mean by that? Well, the management is pretty mediocre, and my boss is a little assertive at the best. Lumen's expression darkens, though you fail to notice it as your eyes are aimed downward, observing the cracks in the wet pavement on the sidewalk. I only came out today because I thought I had to work, but turns out the cafe is undergoing some kind of renovations. I guess my boss forgot to send out a notification before my shift to let me know. I wonder if I'm the only one that didn't get it or something, because I didn't see any of my other coworkers. That's pretty odd. Does your boss think he has better things to do? That's the same thing I said, you exclaimed, throwing your arms up in frustration. For some reason, the fact that Lumen was unbelievably tall just crossed your mind as soon as you realized that tossing your arms up didn't knock away the umbrella, or even touch it for that matter. He was so much taller than you, it felt like you were standing under an awning or something. Anyway, no use in crying over spilled milk. Might as well suck it up and move on, yeah? I suppose. Let's change the subject then. Do you have any hobbies, Rose? I like to draw. Well, I like drawing. It's pretty relaxing and therapeutic till my back, wrist, or neck starts hurting. Or I realize I'm drawing on the wrong layer. My little sister used to draw a lot too. Ever since she started college, she hasn't had the time. She even tried teaching me, but I've, never been any good. Hey, drawing takes a lot of practice and patience to be proud of the art you make. I think if you keep practicing, you'll be able to see results eventually. Do you really think so? Of course. Practice makes perfect and all that. Thank you, Rose. Anyway, enough about me. Since you already know where I work, how about you? Oh, I'm a florist. I enjoy it. Wow, really? Man, I wish I had a green thumb. Sadly, most of the plants I get end up dying. Poor things. Well, growing plants can be made easy, but it still requires a lot of patience and attentiveness. Anyone can learn, though. I really hope that's true. I recently bought a little fern after hearing that they're easy to maintain. I know, I was there when you bought it. Huh? What was that, Lou? I was saying that ferns are a good choice for newbie plant owners. I've had it for a few weeks now, and it's still alive, so that's definitely a start. You give him a smile. The man beside you returns it. Talking to Lumen becomes easier, and soon you find yourself deep in conversation with him for the rest of the walk home. Until you realize that you're about less than 2 minutes away now. What should you say to him? You should tell him I can make it from here. Don't want him to know where I live. Hey, since we're pretty close to my place now, I think I can make it from here on my own. Are you, sure? Oh, yeah, I am. I appreciate you walking with me this far, but yeah, I've got it from here. I live close by, so... It's not like you have anything against Lumen or anything. You're just not a huge fan of letting someone you don't really know near or into your home. Even if they are a cute, helpful stranger. Stranger is still a stranger at the end of the day. You hope he understands that. Fortunately, Lumen is pretty quick on the uptake. Alright, if you say so. The tall man shifts his weight to his other foot for a moment, then speaks again. I'll, see you around then? I'm sure you will, since you frequent Rainy's Cafe a lot, right? Again, thank you so much, Lumen. I'll see you later, alright? Lumen gives you a small wave before you lift your satchel back over your head and bolt down the street. He watches you retreating for a few minutes, then turns and stares back at the way you both came from. Rose. Rose. Rose, 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 Rose. The young man giggles to himself as he repeats your name over and over and over again. You're a pretty cautious person, aren't you? And even after going through all that trouble with your tire, too. What a waste. But that skepticism on yours is a good thing. Trusting strangers is a no-no after all. Oh, but you're not a stranger to me. I think I know you better than I do my own family at this point. Hell, I think I'd even go as far to say I know you better than your own family does. God, you're so adorable. So cute. I wonder if you realize how cute you are. I'll have to go keep my eye on you or else you'll slip away from me, won't you? I certainly can't have that. I love you too much, after all, you know. And I can't wait to see you again. My sweet, sweet Rose. Heart emoji, heart emoji, heart emoji. What? That's the end? Oh, it was only 14 minutes. No! No, I should have quick saved. No, God. We're gonna backtrack. It's kind of cheating, but I mean, it's a demo. Invite him to your house for a cup of coffee. We might as well. Well, we'll have asked 10 minutes to happen. There's no harm in continuing to walk with him, right? You're almost to your place anyway, and you really don't want to get drenched. We're probably about 2 minutes from my place now. You try to think about how to word what you plan on asking him. It takes you a few seconds until you finally clear your throat and come out with it. Would you like to come over for some coffee? My equipment isn't nearly as good as the cafe's, but I think I make a pretty good cup. You try to ignore the implications and reassure yourself that it's just coffee. Even if it may be a euphemism for yeah. Do you really not mind? Not at all. I mean, you've gone out of your way to just walk me home. I think a cup of coffee is the least I can do, you know? Well, if you really don't mind, then I'll gladly accept your kindness. The rest of the trek to your apartment is pretty short, and both of you and Lumen are quiet during it. At least it's not an awkward silence, though. Home sweet home. Feel free to put your umbrella at the entrance so it can dry a bit. Thank you. Get yourself settled. I'll start on the coffee. Lumen does as you direct and takes a seat on your couch as you turn on the TV. The two of you engage in a bit of small talk while you brew the coffee. You've done it so much by now that it's practically second nature. Here you go. Thanks, Rose. You watch him with anticipation gleaming in your eyes, curious to see how he reacts to the drink. Lumen sips it quietly and carefully, seeming to savor the rich texture of the coffee as he swirls it around in his mouth for a bit. Amazing. It tastes really good, Rose. Really? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I do. In fact, I say it's better than anything I've gotten from Rainy's Cafe. Aw, now you're just flattering me. Give a small, coyish laugh, waving off his compliment. Not at all. I really do think it is. Oh, you weren't expecting him to be so passionate about it? But you couldn't really say you hated it. If anything, it was nice to be appreciated for something as small as brewing a cup of coffee. Well, I'm really glad you think so, Lou. Blech. It's the least I could do anyway, since you gave me a way home, dry and not sick of the rain. You laugh as you play with your fingers in a bashful manner. Rose, it's my phone, sorry. That's fine. Feel free to answer it. Sorry. It's no problem, really. As Lumen retrieves his phone from his pocket and begins reading over what you assumed is to be a text message, his expression shifts into a deep frown. I have to go. The shop is understaffed, so they want me to fill in for someone today, even though it's my day off. Lumen looks annoyed. Rightfully so. You're sure you'd be annoyed, too. You've been called into work even when it's your day off before as well, so you could definitely understand his annoyance. Can I see you again? Sure. I don't see why not. What's your number? We can swap contact info before you go. Oh, okay. Sure. Once the two of you have exchanged information, you give Lumen a bright smile. It was really nice meeting you and talking with you, Lumen. Let's talk later, okay? Yeah, definitely. I'll see you later, Rose, and thanks again. You're welcome. Let me see you out. As soon as Lumen leaves, you feel a nice, warm sensation in your chest. It was really nice meeting a sweet guy like him. You soon find yourself hoping you could see him again soon. Rose. I'm so happy. So happy. I can't believe I was in your home. It smells just like you. That's what I should have done for the voice. Regrets. And that coffee mug you gave me? I wonder, is it new? Or is it one you've had your pretty lips on before? Just thinking about it's gonna make me... The young man cuts himself short with a full-body shudder and another fit of giggles. I was even happier when you offered to exchange numbers. Maybe being called in wasn't so bad after all. I can't wait to text you every day and call you and hear your voice and... Oh, but first, I should really do something about that pest buzzing around you. Today was a clear sunny day. Ooh, we get more game. Just in case, you still decide to check the weather. The forecast says the chance of rain is quite low, thankfully. You didn't want to run into any inclement weather on your way to your boss's place. He did mention there was something he needed to give you yesterday in that email. Even though it's the weekend and you'd much rather spend your time doing literally anything else, you knew it wouldn't be a good look to leave your boss on red or not show up today. As you're getting ready for the day by brewing a cup of coffee and starting on a light breakfast, you switch the channel to the news. This morning, a local man was found in his home murdered. I'm not sure what I was expecting. The news is always depressing. The identity of the man has been revealed by the police in hopes of finding his killer as soon as possible. Absentmindedly, you glance at the TV while scrambling eggs in a frying pan. You weren't prepared for what you saw then. The man shown on the screen was your boss. Bum bum bum. That would feel weird. Huh? No, that can't be right. That doesn't sound right. Using the back of your hand, you furiously wipe your bleary eyes, wondering if you were perhaps seeing things. No, you weren't. It was him. There's no doubt about it. You're quick to turn off the stove burner, pushing the frying pan to the back eye while you try to regain your composure. Breathe in and out. In and out. Okay. Now that the initial panic has somewhat subsided, you try your best to rationalize things. It wasn't that you necessarily liked the man, but you certainly didn't wish death on him. Seeing his death being reported in such a clinical fashion was pretty jarring, to say the least. Now that you were out of whatever trance you've been in prior, you can hear the incessant buzzing coming from your phone sitting on the kitchen counter. As expected, there were tons of messages flooding in, all from your coworkers. They were wondering if you'd seen the news and asked if you were safe. You quickly type out confirmation that you're indeed unharmed and still at home. As you wait for the reply, you take a seat on your couch, breathing out a long sigh. Was it your boss's murder a one-time, arbitrary case? Or were you and your coworkers in danger as well? Well, one thing's for certain. You sure won't be leaving the house today. Scrolling through the messages you missed, you see there's a new notification that just came in. It's from Lumen. Good morning, Rose. I hope you're having a good day. Maybe you could tell Lumen about the things on your mind. Judging from yesterday, he seemed to be a pretty good listener, and it's not like this was anything super private. Your boss being murdered was already on the news, after all. What should you do? Just go back. Okay. I would just go back to sleep, personally. I don't think I'm inviting a coworker over. This is all too much for you. The exhaustion is really starting to kick in, and just being awake right now is too much. I'm going back to sleep. For some reason, you feel as if you're missing out on something big. Oh well. Dang! Dang, leave him on red. I feel like it's going to be bad. On second thought, maybe displaying all your vulnerabilities to a man you just met a day ago wasn't the best option. Maybe not. It's not that you have anything against him. You're just not comfortable with confiding in him yet. Leaving him on red is a little mean, but hopefully he'll take the hint. Instead, you could invite your coworker, Sam, over. He lives pretty close by, and he also expressed concern for you since you live alone. You decide to text him. Sam responds a few minutes later with the affirmative, letting you know that he's on his way to your place. You sit back and wait for him. Uh-oh. We've upset the boy. Why? Why would you choose him over me? Why? I don't understand. Did I do something wrong? Do you hate me? Maybe the way I feel about you hasn't gone through to you yet. That must be it. After all, we shared such a magical moment not too long ago. I I know. You feel something for me, Rose. I know. I don't mind waiting for you to see it either, my love. But I will not stand for anything or anyone to come between us. I'll just have to kill him too. Okay, well there we go. We got all of the endings. What was that? Did you like that? I like that game a lot. I hope they continue it. I like dangerous love interests. A yandere, if you will. It's my favorite kind of character. So I forgot what this game was about, so that's a pleasant surprise. It's super good. Well written. Sometimes I feel like a lot of these dating sims get like over explanations, but this was like perfect. Ending 3, a new target. I think I got all the endings. So yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow with a different video if you weren't feeling this one. I appreciate you so much. I hope to see you next time. And as always, stay spooky.